Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. It's second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Here we are now at the 11th. As we enter the middle portion of the second round, really struggling here, Frank. What does he need to do in order to get back in it?
Buy a tennis racket might be the go here, Rich. No, I mean, sometimes you've just got to jolt your mind. Think about something else, then sort of re-rack and get back on track. Everybody's played bad, but not everybody has the satisfaction of turning around. That's the opportunity right now.
Here at the par 5 11th. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Just a pure strike. Perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Frank, P. Dye always gets a player thinking what might be going through a player's mind right here.
You're going to play it as a layup. That's a given. It's just what distance you want. And for every distance you're going to hit it off the tee, Pete Dye gives you a different challenge. If you lay it all the way back, obviously you've got the widest field. You've got the longer second shot. Get a little closer, it starts to shrink up.
With that shot, well played. Getting set now over the putt. He's going to beat himself up on the way to the next tee. You don't miss those putts. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, we came off a hole, the short par 4 12th, where players no doubt were thinking about making birdie. Here, it's a different story. Why?
It is. Well, 13's always going to be unlucky for some. There's so much water down there on that left side. And the way it sort of laps up to the wooden bulkhead, it looks anything other than a straight shot. And this is where you have to mentally move the flag. You've got to push that flag in your mind's eye to the right side of the green and say, I do not want to go left of that.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole.
Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
Green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
That's the idea. Just knock it in.
A very quick exit, miscut. Not the only one there, but surprising.
The weekend now to regroup. Just didn't hit many good shots. EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Second shot coming out of the rough here. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Action resuming early on the back nine. Let's go to hole number 11. Frank, nothing spectacular to this point in the first round. What does the player need to do just to kind of generate some momentum?
I actually think they're playing all right, Rich. It's just, you compared to the top of the leaderboard, you start to think, well, maybe they're struggling. But there's ebbs and flows in this game. At the moment, it's just sort of almost like a holding pattern. But it's time to change that.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Frank, how did he do there?
I would say more than the average. Get it inside 20 feet from that distance.
You can't leave it short, Frank.
Oh, and especially right in the middle.
Just a couple of feet. Well, with that drop shot, moves to 1 over for the tournament. Stepping up to the tee at the first par 5 on this back nine. It's the 12th, and it is 576 yards.
Yeah, this hole bends to the right, opposite direction to what 11 does. A good tee shot, and you can actually think about reaching this par 5 and 2, but anything around the front or front left, it's still going to leave a relatively simple pitch shot. So when you stand on that tee, think of birdie at least here.
In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brutal out there.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit. Well, that's a smart shot. A lot of people would have tried to be a little more heroic from there, but there was no need.
Back on the fairway, back in play. Not quite where he was aiming, but still enough room to get it up and down. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Trying to get out of here with just one drop shot. This is for bogey. So 2 over par for the round. Now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. At 450, it's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit. And bunkers, once again, short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do not come into play.
We are about 170 yards from the hole. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
And he's made the green.
Yeah. This is an awkward length. Good read, good line, well played.
Fourteenth hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
Here we go. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Needs birdies at some point, but will take the par to stay at 2 over. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
Chance to get it close here. Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. That was not a very good read right there. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. But don't leave it short. Wow.
Even par currently.
Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easy way wrong. Not just probably, it did.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Second shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Coming off a bogey here yesterday, chance to make it right. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. This for par. Good effort and good par putt. Here we go at the par 4 13th, 452 yards. What's the best angle of attack?
The straight line really is the best way here, like a lot of holes on the golf course. But straight, as we know, is not often easy. Fairway does start to widen up the further out there you get it. So for the longer hitters, this hole actually plays relatively easy. For the shorter hitters in that narrow area, that'll leave you a lengthy second shot where you just might have to bisect the two front greenside bunkers.
Birdie try up next. Locked in on the read and the speed. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Moving on to the tricky 14th here at the Wetlands. It's 204 yards, but there is plenty of trouble out there. Good par 3 here at the 14th. It's a little bit more than 200 yards, Frank.
And there's a bunker short. So you've got to fly that coming in there. And if you do miss time one, that's when that body of water to the right really comes into play. Typical Floridian golf, but high-flying, soft-landing tee shot, once again, is the goal.
Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Shouldn't be a problem here. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
So just a formality. So another bogey on the scorecard. And Frank, what happened this week?
I think it's a week to forget, Rich.
Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands, 590 yards. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
From unbelievable early in the round to unfortunate later in the day, just has really come apart. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Frank, too many missed shots, and now a missed cut.
Yes, it's disappointing, but the experience gained from playing this course really will be invaluable. Now's the time, just pick your head up and move forward. There's always another week.
presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Welcome to the Stadium Course, TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. It's a masterful blend of challenge and playability designed by the team of Tom Weisskopf and Jay Morrish. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports.
The changes, Rich, they made in 2014 have just added a luster to this great venue that hosts the PGA Tour event each and every year. And it's a great test for any level of play.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. Now a 7-footer. Wow, almost fell within just a few inches of dropping. So, 2 over par for the round. Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is. A dogleg to the left forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. These putts keep the round together. So, 1 over par for the round. Rounding out the front 9 with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. There is now 1, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really, the best line is still down the left side, so it still actually suits a draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep too, so judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9.
He has this attempt for par. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Getting set to start the back 9 here at TPC Scottsdale. We're on the tee at number 10.
A dogleg right par 4, and if you teed off the first, this is going to be the first true dogleg right that you'll face. A little bunker put down the left side. Ideally, you're going to have to play left and short of that, which is going to leave you something in the vicinity of 150 yards to a green that should be very receptive.
See if our featured golfer can get a little something positive going here, Frank. It has been a miserable day.
Yeah, things have just appeared too tough. So really just somehow just eradicate everything you've been thinking right now. Realize this green's big enough. Just get something on the green. Opportunity maybe for a birdie.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Those keep the round going, those par putts. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Simply put, there is nothing like it.